Today on Family Matters.
He won't hit me, but he'll hit Nat.
Don't hit me!
And I've got to the point with him now that I don't go anywhere. It's just too stressful.
Don't tell me!
You can't respond to the temper tantrums by shouting.
You'll say to me, I get too emotional. I can't help it. They're my babies. You do not understand how it makes me feel.
He's a little boy and he's looking to the pair of you to be consistent with the discipline that you give him and to be able to follow through on that.
I want some money. I want money and off.
What has you so angry?
She doesn't show no loving or nothing, no. What do I do for you? Every day in that house. But when you're shouting and screaming and swearing at us, do you really think I'm going to take you anywhere?
The behaviour that spirals out of control, that cannot continue. Where does your temper tantrum come from? I mean,
I don't know.
What right do you think that you have?
No, I'm putting in here. He complained.
No, you're not. Actually, you're not putting in. That's not what you're going to do. We're actually going to act like mature people here. To the show, my first family, Natalie and Rob, contacted the show for help with their 5-year-old son, Killian. Natalie feels like she has to deal with his violent outbursts all alone, which is now causing a huge strain on their marriage.
Natalie and I have been together 15 years, and we had Killian just after we got married. So he's coming up to 6, and then we got Caleb, who is just turned 3.
So stressed with it all, especially when I'm at home and I've got to do things, and every 5 minutes they're fighting and they're arguing.
It's fine! I'll sting you again!
He can have an outburst, cause an argument, he'll storm off. You know, slamming doors, he likes to do that. When he was younger, he broke 3 tellies, so you don't want him to go around Nanny and Grandad's house and the fear of him breaking another telly because he's had an eruption and throwing a toy at the TV screen and smashed the TV screen. It's in the back of your mind, so you're a bit cautious of where he is and who he's talking to, and you know, if he's with a cousin who's smaller, you do worry he might hurt them.
When he was at nursery, I would be called in at the end of every session and to say that Killian had been hitting other children or pushing or kicking or biting.
He has an argument with a teacher at school or a child, he'll hit somebody. He's been suspended once for a week for hitting a teacher.
It makes me feel, especially with Killian, it makes me feel useless. It makes me feel that I've failed. I've failed as a mother.
Welcome, Natalie, Rob. Emotional watching that, to say the least.
Very.
Talk to me about how you actually feel when your son is having a temper tantrum and having an aggressive outburst.
I get frustrated, upset. I get angry myself because he's not listening to me. Nothing I seem to do works. I try and tell him nicely not to do things. I try to do time out. I feel like I've tried everything and he just doesn't listen.
He kind of adapts his temper tantrums.
What do you mean by that? Explain what you mean by adapt.
Well, he won't hit me, but he'll hit Nat if he's being aggressive. He'll scream at people, or he'll slam doors. You know, depending on it's sort of horses for courses. He's quite clever to work out how to push people's buttons. And you know, if that doesn't work with that particular parent or grandparent, he won't use that tactic. He'll change his tactics according to who he's with.
Right. And why do you think it is that he doesn't do it with you, but solely with Natalie?
I think probably partly because he's with Nat more often than me because I'm at work. So I think he can push her buttons. He knows he can push her buttons a bit easier than he can me.
How do you react to that?
I suppose I start off calmly, and then as he's not listening, I then get more crosser and crosser, and then I shout. And then all of a sudden when I shout, he's like, he stops in his tracks and then he cries, and it's like, oh my God, you've listened. But I don't want to have to get to that point of shouting to my child in order for him to listen to me. And then that upsets me that I've done that. He'll go to bed and I'll sit there and cry because I've shouted at him
And you feel, keep pushing through. Keep pushing through what you're saying.
He just doesn't listen to me. And I've got to the point with him now that I don't go anywhere because it's just too stressful. If he has one of his meltdowns in public, sometimes I think, oh, you know, like I can't shout in the street, like how do I deal with this? And people look, you know, we've even been in shopping centres where he's kicked off and I've had to literally, in order to get him to come, I've had to literally throw him over my shoulder so that he's in a position where his legs are here, but he's in a position where he can't kick or hit me. I just feel constantly stressed.
Let's go to the tape.
When I would go to the school to collect him, I'm being told that today there was a situation where Killian couldn't do something, or he couldn't have something, or he wasn't listening to instructions from teachers, and he lashes out, and if a teacher's there, he will hit.
You were sent home from school today for hitting. You do not hit me.
Don't tell me!
I continuously told him that he couldn't hit, it's not allowed.
Killian, you hit a teacher. You can't have my phone. Don't hit me.
His answer is, but I said sorry, but I said sorry. I feel like there was nothing more that I could do, you know. I couldn't literally punish him for a week. He's my little boy and I love him. But it's just so hard because I feel like I'm doing the best I can as a mum.
Natalie tells me, you don't understand. I do appreciate what you're doing, but you know, you don't seem to think that when I say I do appreciate it, it goes and falls on deaf ears. You just carry on saying I don't appreciate it.
I don't feel that Rob and me are on the same page.
Because I'm not there all the time, then it's easier for me to have more of an objective view. So I would say, you know, don't worry about it, let's move on.
We just don't know what to do. We just really don't know what to do anymore.
That tape clearly shows that you're struggling to feel any emotional support from Rob. And what are you needing from him? Because that's a very isolated piece that we've just watched here.
I suppose because Rob gets home late and then, you know, he gets the nice bits. All right, he comes home and you do dinner and that's lovely. You know, a lot of people can say that their husbands will come home from a hard day's work and do dinner. But then you get to take him to bed and he gets the kind of nice bits, and then if they do start playing up, you then get all stressed out. And I think, oh, you know, 5 minutes and you're getting all like agitated, you know, and then that gets my back up and I'm thinking, no, I just want to sit down, just deal with it. And then you'll say to me, I get too emotional. You know, you're so emotional with all this. I can't help it. They're my babies. I made them. And that's where you and me, you don't understand. You do not understand how it makes me feel.
We're clearly hearing emotionally how you're feeling about that, and obviously having Natalie talk directly to you. And I can see that attentively you're listening. What impact has that had on your relationship?
A great strain, really, I think, more than anything. It's difficult, and I mean, you know, like we just saw, I do understand, but it's difficult, you know, at the end of the day, it's still difficult for me to do more than I can do because of the hours I work. I can't, you know, be in two places at once. And come the weekends when I'm not at work, you know, it's full family time, you know, for the full 2 days. And it's, you know, I try to do as much as I can. I can't support Natalie any more than, you know, unless I just don't work. Yeah. So I feel frustrated because I do understand, I do listen, I do take it on board, and she finds it hard, and we don't spend enough time as a couple outside of a family unit.
Has that affected your intimacy? I mean, just as a couple being together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because we had, Rob had a work do a few weeks ago, and it was the first time that we'd had a date night, in months and months and months.
Nearly a year.
And I had a whole day.
Nearly a year?
Nearly a year.
You're saying months and months. So, I mean, the reality is that the strain of that then creates a problem between the pair of you. I mean, your mum's around, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, she's around the house and during the days and stuff like that?
Yeah, she's around a lot. Like the weekends, you know, she works, but she is, at the weekends, always there to help babysit, you know, if I wanted a babysitter. But then I am very reluctant. that is half my fault as well, because
Right.
he wants more us time.
Yeah.
And I'm very...
We don't get it. It doesn't matter how many times I said, you know, the last time last year was her birthday, we went to London.
Yes.
And then my birthday's in July, and I said, oh, I'm looking forward to going away, you know, doing something.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Why?
Because she never organised anything.
Because you didn't want your mum to look after the kids?
I just don't like leaving them.
Why is that?
Because I feel guilty.
Why?
Because...
To be with your husband and have a birthday night out?
I feel guilty that I'm leaving my children to go out and do something to please myself.
Let's watch the tape.
Natalie's mum, Killian and Caleb's grandmother. Well, Killian, he's a cheeky little monkey, but he's got this side to him that we can't understand. He's very aggressive in some ways. He will not listen to what we say. He gets angry very quickly.
Oh. Did you do that, Caleb?
He's always getting cross with Caleb as well. He pushes Caleb, he hurts Caleb. He'll say, he's sorry, he's sorry, he's sorry, but it means nothing. It doesn't sink in with him. Rob will come home, do the cooking, and Natalie's been on her feet all day. She's been at work sometimes as well, and she's got the boys, picked them up from school, get them ready for bed. Rob seems to think that he can sit there and relax.
Stop setting stupidly high tasks for everybody.
No, Rob.
If I want to sit on the sofa, I'll sit on the sofa. If I want to lie on the bed, I'll lie on the bed.
Like, it seems like she's doing everything and Rob's just sitting there. If nothing changes, I'm scared that Killian might end up out of control. And then nobody can help because it's gone too far then. We need help now.
Rob, I can see you shaking your head while you're watching the tape.
Because I totally disagree with that.
You don't disagree?
I disagree. I do not come home and sit there and do nothing.
Laura, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Rob's just gone straight in there with what he disagrees about what we've just seen. Can you please just elaborate a little bit on what you feel is the problem? Because, I mean, you feel very strongly about this, that that's not the case. You don't sit there and sit down when you want to and lay down when you want to.
Rob is good when he comes home. He does cook the dinner,
Right.
things like that. But when it comes to discipline, he is quite laid back with Killian. And I've said to him, you need to be more stern with him, you know, because Killian is hard work when it comes to his tantrums. He is really hard work. If I could be with Natalie 24/7 to help her, I would, but I can't be. When I see Natalie so stressed up and so upset, it does upset me. And I can't just get my coat and come and see her and help her because I'm too far away, you know. And I know Rob does a lot. He does. I'm not saying he doesn't do anything, but I think he needs to be a little bit more stronger when it comes to the discipline of Killian, you know.
Would that be true to be said?
No.
Are there times that you don't feel you're strong enough?
I feel I'm more stronger than Natalie. I think more of
Yeah.
an issue would be that Natalie has more difficulty disciplining Killian.
Right.
For example, would be that he doesn't hit me,
Right.
where he would hit Natalie.
But do you think that Killian knows when he's misbehaving? Does he ultimately know when he's...
does.
He
Yeah, he
does?
does.
You're all in agreement with that?
Yeah, definitely.
He knows when he's playing up?
Yeah.
He knows when he's being defiant?
Yeah.
And he's so... The thing is, he's so strong-willed and very, very defiant.
Let's take a look at the tape, because I had a chance to meet Killian today. Killian. Hiya. What are you playing?
Dragons.
Hi, dragons. I'm Jojo. Pleased to meet you. You shake my hand. You playing dragons?
Yeah.
Oh, OK. Let's move this then.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a knight that behaves really well, or does this knight behave badly?
Behaves very well.
He behaves very well. What does he need to do to behave really well?
No hitting or kicking.
No hitting or kicking. All right. Then knights, there'll be no kicking or hitting. What would be good behaviour then, Killian? Come over here, love. What would be good behaviour?
Whistling.
We're going to tell the knight, OK? Tell the knight to behave well. What do you expect from him? What kind of behaviour do you want to see?
Whistling.
Listening.
Yeah.
OK, listening. Does your brother listen? If the dragon doesn't like to listen, I'm sure he's been listening to you. But does your brother, does he listen?
No,
No?
he doesn't.
Right.
He never learns how to be good.
Doesn't? Are you better than your brother at behaving well?
Yeah.
Who's never
The
good?
dragons.
The dragons are never good. But how do you think that makes the knights feel if the dragons misbehave? How do you think they feel?
Angry.
They feel angry? Yeah. Yeah. I think they would be very angry. I'm going to go and talk to your mummy and daddy, okay?
Okay.
Will you look after my knight?
Yeah.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later.
Shake my hand then. So pleased to meet you. See you later.
To meet you. See you later.
Bye.
Go. I heard you not. Let's go up this tower.
He wasn't short of having a word to say there, was he? No. That's for sure. He's an incredibly intelligent boy. He really is. What I notice from talking to him is that he doesn't sustain any kind of eye contact with you. And I would love to be able to talk to you about how you can continue to increase that, because a child of Killian's age would have already by now come out of certainly defiant behaviour, oppositional defiance. And I believe that he's not come out of that stage yet. And I believe the reason why he hasn't is because of the way that you react to his temper tantrums. And when I watched a videotape of your family, what I clearly saw that there were plenty of times when you would do what I call write the script. He would have a big temper tantrum and you'd say, don't slam the door. He'd slam the door. Don't move the easel over. He'd push the easel over. I want to take a look at this tape, please.
I can't switch off from it, so it has an effect on mine and Rob's relationship, you know, intimacy, because I feel that, you know, I'm not with it. I'm not interested. All I can think about is Killian and what he's going to be like tomorrow.
I'd love things to be better between us, and occasionally when we do have, time together, we'll have a nice night or a nice evening, and it's really nice to have those moments. But unfortunately, in my mind, it's just not enough.
If nothing changes, I'm scared that Killian might end up out of control, and then nobody can help because it's gone too far. Then we need help now.
And that can happen, we'll be arguing about Killian because of him at school, whatever it may be, and it's just it is difficult to deal with those things. But at the same time, it's making time, and that's the problem. We find it's difficult to make time when we haven't got much time left in the day.
And worst case scenario, he could be excluded permanently. Rob and me, our relationship could just totally, we could end up being divorced because of this, because it's just so stressful.
Divorce is not an option, is it?
No, I don't want it to be.
I mean, you've used the word divorce, but
I wouldn't have said that when she used the word, but I would never. That's not an issue for me, not a choice.
I mean, you just said that word in desperation, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not how you really feel, right?
Of course I don't, and I want things to be better with us. I want us to be a better family.
So in order for you to be a better family, in order for you to be able to give yourselves the time that you deserve, I've got to swing here for a moment and say to you that it is okay. If you're looking for permission, I'm giving you permission right now. It is okay for you to go and have a night out with your husband. It is okay. It is okay for mum to come over and babysit the kids and for you to have a nice night out, have a few glasses of wine, dilly-dally, whatever the case is, and wake up with a hangover tomorrow morning, OK? Because you've had a great night out. It's OK, OK? It is OK. When I look at Killian, I see a young boy that needs consistency, but you've got to get a bit tougher. And by that, I mean not shouting, not being aggressive, but being firm but fair. This is what I would like to say to you. Whenever you're talking to Killian, I believe you need to be arm's length away. When you're asking him anything, I believe you need to be face to face. When he starts to have a temper tantrum, and I watch the tape, and there are times where it's just crocodile tears. You can't respond to the temper tantrums by shouting. You have to understand that he's a little boy and he's looking to the pair of you to be consistent with the discipline that you give him and to be able to follow through on that. Now, here's another thing. When you're out in public, he knows. He has you round his little finger. He knows that everybody's going to be looking. Oh, and who's going to be saying what? And are people out there going to be judging you? Look at that lady. Oh, she hasn't got control over her children. No, you want people to be looking and saying, she's taking care of that child's temper tantrum and she's handling it. And she's handling it. And so if he meets you with that, oppositional defiance, and you have to physically pick him up and remove him, go ahead and do so. Now, what one needs to do, parallel to all of this, is to make sure that he always receives that praise, that you always notice the little things that he does, whether he waited an extra minute, whether he put his coat on really well, whether he just went off and did something without being prompt. Just to be able to notice those little things will turn the behaviour around, because children are not born to wake up and go, right, how am I going to annoy mum and dad today? They're not. They want to be able to please. And that continues the real positive behaviour that we see in young toddlers. Let me bring you back round to your relationship here. Natalie's love language in her relationship with you is she needs to feel that you're hearing what she's saying. And you both need affirmation. And your love language is to feel desired and loved as well. So if you can understand what you both need from each other, you can continue to do that in your own personal relationship, as well as the relationship that you have together when you're parenting. So from where I'm looking, I've got a husband right now and he's a big hug as well. And if you need my permission, go ahead. You're fine. No, he's not joking. He needs a hug. Thank you. Welcome back. My next guest, Sarah, contacted me to get help because she says that her family is at breaking point because of the behaviour of her teenage daughter, Chloe. Take a look at this.
I'm Sarah from Washington. My children are Carl, he's 18, now Chloe's 15, TJ 11, Casey 9, Josh 8, and Denny 6. And I've got a grandson, Leon, 6 months old. They don't realise what I do for them.
I can help you.
Yum, 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 yum. I'm the mother, the father, the nana, the granddad, the auntie and the uncle, the best friend and the brother and sister as well. I've got 5 children of my own, and Leon's my grandson. He feels like I've turned out after 6 kids.
What are you looking at?
I'm Bert. I'm Sarah's partner. I don't think Chloe respects her mum at all.
You're not going up nice?
I am.
No, you're not. She's just spoiled, you know what I mean?
Oh, now pack it in.
She's got his prison room, your own home.
I want some money. End off.
Like, Sarah loves her and tries to do everything she can for her, but Chloe just spits it back in her face.
Because you take me in.
It's hard for us to watch.
I want some money.
You're not getting anyone close.
I want money, end off.
I've never heard anybody speak to mum the way Chloe speaks to her mum.
I need some money.
It's got to be nipped in the bud now.
Welcome, Sarah. Hard tape to watch,
Yep.
to say the least. What's just upset you?
Seeing the way she goes on with the kids.
Can you take me back to life when she was a toddler?
Chloe only lived with me till she was 3-year-old.
She lived with you
Till she was
till she was 3?
I went to custody for a bit for driving offences.
Right. Where did
5
she live?
weeks. When I went to prison, she went to live with me mum.
And how long was you in prison for?
4 or 5 weeks.
Right, okay. So she lived at your mum's.
Uh-huh.
So how did you kind of just really integrate her back into the family with the other siblings? Like, what measures did you take going from grandma's house right the way through to...
Chloe thought it was all about her. Chloe thought it was all about her.
Right.
It was about after her, and I said, you've got 4 brothers and sisters younger than you. Would need that bit more of attention. She was spoilt.
So what was it like for you as a mother, knowing that you had your own firstborn, you know, your own child at your mum's and being raised by your mother, to then find out that your teenage daughter was pregnant?
I was upset.
And was you living on your own then?
Yeah.
Did you have a partner?
I was living on my own.
Okay, and now?
I'm in a relationship with
You're
Robert.
in a relationship now? Yeah. Okay, so let's meet Bert and Chloe and watch some tape.
I think Chloe could be a bit jealous of Bert because she says like how good we get on and the other kids like him, do you know what I mean?
Bertie's the best.
Bertie's the best.
Bertie's the best. Makes us feel so happy.
My thought on Bert is I can't stand him. I didn't like him and I just want my mum back.
Your boyfriend comes first.
Why not? How does he come first?
Because you said on Monday, oh, I promise, on Wednesday you can sleep with us.
You're nearly 16, Chloe, you've got your own bedroom.
You used to let us all the time before you met Bertie.
I can get along with her when she's being nice, but sometimes she's just nasty.
But she wants something from me all for herself. I've got a life and all, you know.
Boyfriend, not your life.
We used to go out every day, like play games and that, and now she just doesn't. Does a lot more with Bert.
When do me and Bert spend time together?
All the time, and you can't say you don't. All the time.
We're in the same, I'm under the same roof.
All the time.
Chloe's the problem. If I can sort Chloe out, then the other ones will have respect, because if she gives me respect, then I'm going to say that, aren't I? And if you're going to settle down, like, I'm only waiting for you settling down, Denny.
Make a promise again.
Excuse me? That's a bit of Chloe coming out of you there, isn't it?
Welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome, Chloe. I've asked you to come here today and to join in discussion, certainly with your mother, because as a mother to your own child, I wanted to treat you with that respect and maturity. So I'm hoping that we can all gather together our thoughts and continue to liaise on and find out really what's going on and get to the bottom of it. What has you so angry? Because quite clearly from watching the tape, there are a lot of anger issues. You know, you get very frustrated quickly. I saw there that, you know, you wasn't too pleased with the fact that you wasn't going to be in the bed and sleeping. You know, what really makes you tick and makes you lose your anger so quickly?
She's never spent time with us now.
Who's she?
Me mum. In the towers with Bertie 24/7 now. She doesn't show no loving or nothing now.
So what do you feel you're lacking then from your mother?
No love.
And define that. What do you mean by no love? What is it that you're needing from her?
Support, help, play more games with us. Before she did meet Bert, she had another partner and he was lovely. He took us everywhere, treated us like a dad. Bertie, no.
So,
and I got accused of fancying Bertie off my own mother. I got accused of fancying him.
Right, okay.
And that's what gets us even more paid off.
Was that true?
No,
did you actually ever say that?
Yes, it was.
Are you jealous?
No, you said you must fancy him.
I didn't accuse her.
Yeah, you did.
I just
yes,
said
you
that
did.
I wanted to know the reasons why she had so much hate for him. The way she was going on every time.
So because she showed you hatred towards your partner, you asked her whether she fancied him? Or was she jealous of the relationship?
To stop us from being together, yes, that's what I did, yes.
So you thought that was a possibility?
I didn't accuse her, I said of the possibility, yes.
Right. And what would make you think that?
Well, because what else would you think, really? I tried everything else.
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
Bert's been really nice with Chloe, he's accepted Chloe. He treats Ben as his grandson, because he's been there since day one.
I'm putting in here. He complains.
No, you're not. Actually, you're not butting in. That's not what you're going to do. We're actually going to act like mature people here. You're a mother. We're not going to do that. Okay? You will get your turn. You definitely will get your turn to say what you feel, but I want this to be composed, because this is what we haven't learnt in the house, okay? And this is what needs to be learnt. So we're going to do that, okay? We're going to listen, because nobody listens to each other. Everybody's really eager to get out what they want to say, and no one's really listening, all right? And this is what we need to change. We saw that very clearly on the tape. So let's just rewind here. Okay, I'd like you to finish your sentence, because then I would like to go back and talk to you about not feeling loved. Okay, can you continue, please?
I said to Chloe I says, why don't you like Bert, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And she gives like numerous occasions. I said, why, what was it then? I says, are you jealous of him? Like, do you fancy him or something?
Yeah.
But I didn't accuse her of fancying him.
Do you think that was a pretty sensational, unrealistic statement to make?
It probably was, but at the time it wasn't, no.
Why?
because there was that much going on in the house every single day. You haven't a clue. Honestly, it's 24 hours a day. She was coming to the bedroom when we were going to bed. She was hammering the doors with hammers and the door with the nails, so I had to get up. So we went in the same bedroom together. So what else was I supposed to think?
How did that make you feel?
Horrible. Like, I'm coming between them or something. And I didn't want to.
So you feel that way? You feel like you're coming in between?
Like, sometimes. Like, even though I have no intention of coming in between them. Like, at all. Sometimes I feel like I'm just in the way and I'm a problem when I've done nothing to be a problem.
Talk to me about what you define as love and feeling supported.
Well, I used to stop with Mum at least once a month before she met Bert, and there's been a couple of times, we'll play family games, and it's always been cut off. There was one time she was tidying upstairs, she was as soon as I've done the girls' room, we'll play family games. I was get right here, so I cancelled all my plans. I was meant to go out with my friends and like things and that, and it got cancelled. I went upstairs, she was lying in bed with Betty, and then she said, I promise on Monday, like this was on Monday, on Wednesday, you can, like, we'll have a girly night, we'll do our nails and that. It got cancelled again.
So you're saying that basically what you're asking for from your mum is to be able to have some time where you can connect with her as a daughter. From what I see watching the tape, you know, your mum is very supportive with respects to feeding and nurturing and looking after your little one. I mean, I'm sure you could agree by looking at that, right? I mean, you just look at the tape here, we can see your little one, gorgeous. Beautiful. Do you feel that your mum provides that, in that as support for you with your young one?
In the past month, not as much as she used to. Now, Bertie, because like, my mum has Leon in the room, Bertie's been complaining. Like yesterday in the hotel, he said a slight comment because I retaliate back. My mum
Can I understand why? I'm a bit confused as to why the baby is not in your room. Why is that?
Because my mum came with a decision. I'll have him like during the day and that, and she would have him on a night until he's like a couple of months older because we lost a sister.
And does that happen? Sarah, is that happening? Like, does Chloe have a child during the day?
No.
And then you look after nights?
No.
That doesn't happen?
No.
Why doesn't Chloe look after her own baby during the day?
Because she's got school.
And what about when she gets home?
Don't know.
No, I don't know. It's not good enough.
I know that.
I mean, it's not a good enough answer. I'd really like to get to the bottom of the answer. Why doesn't Chloe look after her own child when she comes home from school? Why isn't she being taught how to nurture and look after her own child?
She doesn't know how to do it.
Why haven't you said, Chloe, this is your child. I want you to be able to do that.
I have said her on numerous occasions, but she's a child herself, and I do help her. I have helped her too much, actually. But when I do pick up the baby, she passes them on to somebody else.
No, I don't.
So would you say that's the case?
No.
Do you feel like your mum looks after your little one more and you know, feels that because, you know, you're young yourself, you're a teenager yourself, that it would be better if it would be in her capable hands because she's had children and had that experience?
I always offer to have him, and she goes, no. And I tell her to bring his cot down. No, I'm not bringing his cot down. No. Argue, and it starts the argument.
So what is it that you actually want from your mum?
She'll love her and care and spend more time with us.
Do you take care of the little one?
I wake up during the night and feed him, stuff like that. Like, I won't just leave him, you know what I mean? I've got him, I change his nappies and stuff like that. I do all sorts for him. Like, anything I can, anything I need to do, I'll do.
I'm hearing, like, Bert say that, your mum, and I just feel like there's this kind of defence from you, like, why is everybody saying they do everything? It's like I don't do anything with my own baby. Do you feel like everyone's saying, I do this, and you're like, well, what do you do?
Probably I do nothing, so we'll just leave it at that.
You do, though, Chloe. You stop the arguments during the day, but we'll spend more time together.
No, you need to stop spending more time with your boyfriend.
Why?
I even offered to babysit once a month so her and Betty could go out.
Listen.
I offered to babysit once a month so they could go out, have a meal or anything.
Yes.
Nothing's been changed.
Let's just take a look at this tape.
We threatened us that when she's 16, she's moving out, and I said that I wouldn't stop her, I'd support her, but Leon wasn't going until she starts spending more time. Then I can see that Chloe can look after Leon, like every day on an everyday basis.
Right, Mum, I'm gone.
Right, text us when you get there.
Right, I will.
The worst case is if Chloe doesn't stop behaving the way she is either. I'm going to move out, or she's going to do something wrong and Sarah's going to have to phone the police on her, because it's getting the point where it's getting the breaking point now. Like, it's getting too much.
My ideal thing of Chloe would be like for Chloe to change, to be a mum with Leon more, even just to do things more, help around the house. I'm not even bothered about helping around the house. Just to have respect. It's the biggest thing like that she needs. I think if she can respect me, then I think she'll know where she's going wrong. I mean, she doesn't think of Leon either when she's shouting and screaming.
Give me the car! Get up!
The baby's in the same room, do you know what I mean? He feels that. Chloe could definitely not cope with Leon without my help 7 days a week.
I just keep staring at the little boy.
It's gorgeous.
The reality is that at the end of the day, you're all shifting. There's a big transition with respects to, you know, the newborn coming along. I think certainly you've got to understand that, you know, as a young teenager, okay, you now know it's not glamorous,
No.
right? It's not glamorous looking after a newborn. It's very, very demanding, okay? And I'm sure it's testing you in more ways than one with respects to meeting those needs and demands and trying to understand that as well. What I'd really love to be able to see here is for you to be able to let go of those reins as well and to encourage Chloe to be the mother that really she didn't have.
All I want you to do, Chloe, right, is respect me and stop the arguments. If you stop the arguments, then we can't spend time together, me and you, because then it won't be embarrassment. Do you know what I mean? All the lies. I spend 24/7 hours.
Tell your boyfriend to stop butting in. Like, I try to have a conversation with you.
I'd like to have a conversation with each other here. I'm here. I want to be able to mediate and for this to be mature. Can I ask you to just do a few things? Put your point across, let each other speak, okay? And then respond to that once you've heard, okay? This is what you need to learn when you're back home as well. So please start.
I want you to stop going on the way you are. The name calling Chloe's got to stop. What do I do for you? Every day in that house. I'm with you every day. I don't go out like you say I do. And you know I don't. You know I don't. I don't, Chloe. Don't lie.
I've got all the proof.
Chloe, you haven't. I used to go out on a Tuesday night and that's it, right? That's all I want you to stop doing and spend more time with Leon. And then we can all go out together as a family. But when you're shouting and screaming and swearing at us and kicking and flinging things and smashing my house up, do you really think I'm going to take you anywhere?
So where were you on Tuesday when I had to take your kids to school and that because no one helped us? Hint, hint to you.
Oh,
Chloe. I had to stop off my mother and baby unit.
Chloe, you didn't. You chose to do that. No, you didn't, Chloe.
Who else would have got your kids up, got them ready enough for
First,
school?
my partner, Bert, was there.
He done nothing except from text you. That's what happens. You're on your phone constantly texting each other. You can be a mile away from each other and you're texting each other. That's what dudes me head in.
Chloe, no, we're not.
You don't sit down at the table like you used to and talk to us. You're effing and blinding at us.
Chloe, I'm never off the table. I sit at the table.
That's why you need to ask the other kids.
And the other kids have told them. It's got to stop.
Let's look at the tape here and look at that acknowledgement. You know, when little Leon sees his mummy, he's like, look. You know, there's no reason why the three of you can't come together and actually really be dynamic in the way that you run your household. But what's happening is that you're crossing boundaries and taking advantage. Well, where does your temper tantrum come from? I mean,
I don't know.
What right do you think that you have to kick off and smash things and behave the way you do? You're a very fortunate young lady to be in your mother's home, having the help that you have. Because I can tell you one thing, I've sat with many a teenager that don't even have a parent, let alone another family member. You know, you're in a really fortunate position. You are. You're in a really fortunate position to have that. And you may not feel like you're in a fortunate position because the young girl that you are is screaming out also for your mum's attention. I know that you have the capacity in you. I know inside you, okay, that you can learn from your mum to become more confident. And I know at the same time, hormonally and, you know, emotionally, you're going through a big transition. Nobody's taking that away from you. You know, but the reality is that you've got to recognise that the temper tantrums and the behaviour that spirals out of control, where you're smashing a whole home, that cannot continue, and that is no life to give that little one. No. It's no life. It's no life. You have to take responsibility with the respects of you needing that break. But at the end of the day, if you feel like your family give with the right hand and take with the left, like, oh, I'll do it, Chloe, and then complain about it, how do you stop that from happening? You're smart enough to work it out.
I'll have them.
Correct. You'll have them, okay? That's why we can move forward. And let her have him.
It doesn't happen though, Jo.
And let her have him.
It doesn't happen.
No, this is how you're going to move.
This is what I want to happen.
No, this will happen. You know why? Because this is your house, Sarah. It's your house, and you have a young child under your house, okay? And if you feel as a mother that doing that, the baby is not getting the help that he needs, then you will ring up the health visitor and you will make sure that you receive that support 3 times a week so that Chloe can also have the parent craft additional to what you will give her.
She's doing it now.
You have to, then let's move forward with that. Tonight, where's the baby going?
With me.
And you're going to take responsibility, my love, okay? You're going to take responsibility and know that when you're feeling a little bit nervous about that you can literally be asking your mum, okay, what do I do in these circumstances? I'm going to be honest with you, Bert, seriously. I don't think it would really harm if you were in your room, okay, and the baby is in the cot in your room, okay, if for, say, 3 nights you slept literally with Chloe so you could just take her through the night time and make her feel more confident.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
I've tried to sleep in my room with the cot. In my room I have.
No, not in your room.
No,
it's not your baby.
No, but I'm saying I've said to her that.
Okay, but it's not your baby. The only way you're going to empower Chloe and make her feel more confident. Look, most parents, okay, that are not Chloe's age, when they get through the first year, they're like, thank God, they give themselves a pat on the back that they've done well. The reality is that they need to, Chloe needs to feel confident in this first year. She needs to grow that confidence. So if you can go into Chloe's room for 3 days, just to shadow and to teach her the experience that you already have, and Bert, you've been downstairs, sofa, other room, wherever, okay, it will give her the confidence. And Chloe, that's when you should then take over, okay? You've had your mum's guidance.
I won't be allowed though.
What do you mean it won't be allowed? That's your baby.
Won't allowed. I know,
That's your baby.
It's your baby.
No, do not stop with me, mum, to stop with me. That won't be allowed, but he won't let her.
I've offered to sleep on the couch before.
So can we make an agreement right here, right now? Because trust me, I will be calling up to find out that that baby is in your room with its mother.
Yeah.
I will be. That's our first one, okay? That's our first one. The second big issue here is the routine. Okay, apparently there's a routine on the fridge.
She won't stick to it. She didn't stick to it last time.
Then you need to let go.
Now.
You need to let go. You know why?
You need to sell rota.
You need to
it's all about me.
You need to let go. If the rota is all about you, it needs to be scrapped.
It's not all about her.
It is all about me.
No, it's not. It's about me helping with housework and everything.
Then you haven't done nothing, Chloe. We need to scrap the rota and sit down and talk when we get back home, okay?
You won't.
That's what I mean. Change, Chloe. That's all I want you to do is have respect, and that's it.
I want you to change.
Totally fine.
So what are we, instead of this big, what are we going to do about the routine? Obviously, it needs to be scrapped. I want a fresh routine. When can that happen?
When we get back.
Tonight.
When you get back tonight. I'd like to see that too, okay, when that's been done. All right? The third one, the relationship. It's not going to change.
I don't want him to change. I just don't want him to stop having slide digs in.
The relationship's not going to change because the relationship is your mum's. Okay, the relationship is your mum's. But be strong enough to tell Sarah when things are too much. Okay? Be strong enough to do that. Don't use the baby as ammunition against Chloe because you're cross with the way she's treating her mum. Okay? You bring an innocent child into the picture, and that's why she gets her back up. 1 night a week, we are going to respect that when the kids are down, okay, baby asleep, because you're going to learn how to do that, all right, that you have your evening, okay? You need to build the relationship between, obviously, yourselves. Okay, we have routine that needs to be done. We have a baby sleeping with his mother in his room, and we have Tuesday nights, okay? Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.